Hi, what I'm going to talk about is making decisions in complex environments. Complexity is something which has fascinated me for several years. It all came out of the math that was going on in the 1950s, but it hasn't really reached everyday usage. And I'm hoping that this is just a small contribution to help people to A, identify what a complex system is, and B, how to make decisions when you've realised that things have got complex. So actually this morning I was talking to a bunch of guys in a company, and I told them the story of the elephant and the three blind men. And it's a very old story, it goes back to Sanskrit times. And basically what happens is these three blind guys bump into an elephant, and the first one finds something long and sharp and cold, reports this to his friend, who says, no, I've got nothing like that, I've got a big fat round object which seems to be on the ground. And the third one says, well, I've got nothing like you guys, I've got this big flat flappy thing which is a bit hairy. So obviously we've got three totally different things here, not related at all to any single thing. Now, of course, a seeing person came along and said, hey, what are you guys doing with that elephant? And they suddenly realised that although they had totally different perspectives of what was going on, they were actually all connected. And this is the key to complexity, is that when you find that there are multiple perspectives, that people are apparently seeing totally different things, which of course is normal because people do filter things differently, that's one of the big clues that you can no longer think linearly. And thinking linearly means that I've got a problem and a solution, and I will simply apply the solution to my problem and I will have an output, and that's all done with. What happens when things have gone complex is that doesn't work. You try to apply problem solution, but the solution doesn't work, or you get all sorts of unintentional consequences, which is a bit the story of our modern world, which is a very good indicator that things have gone complex. So first identify the fact that you're in a complex environment. And it's difficult because we've never been taught complexity. I hope in the years to come that it'll just be an everyday school kid thing, just like math. Complexity is a meta science. You'll find complexity and complex systems in every single science, from math through psychology, social sciences, microbiology, quantum physics. They all have an element called complexity. So it's a meta science. It connects all of these things, and it's really important for the way we make decisions. So when these guys had understood, okay, so perhaps we had this meeting yesterday, they're trying to determine their strategy for the next year, getting to the end of the year, and we couldn't agree because we could all see different things, and they were fighting and they were trying to get their point over and they were trying to be right, and it ended in chaos. They couldn't make out what to do next year. It's a small company, 15 people, and it's growing fast, which means that the number of things they're having to deal with is, so how many things you got on your desk this morning? Well, I've got about 20. Oh, I've got another 30, said the guy. Oh, I've only got 70. So, but you want to see them, I mean, these seven. So we've got many things going on, apparently unrelated, and all very difficult to handle. So what I pleaded with them to do is to actually just take a minute to say, wait a minute, if we've got all of these things going on, maybe we should shift our thinking from trying to do problem solution into looking at this from a complex point of view. What that means is that we're going to map the thing. So the first element of any complex environment is try and get it into some kind of mapping. Mapping relationships, mapping things, mapping tendencies, mapping processes, it doesn't matter. Get them into a map. This gives you an overview of what's going on. Yeah. Once you've mapped the perspectives, then take a step back. This is actually the same process as presencing. The process underlying in physics is called emergence. So what's going to happen from all of these multiple perspectives, and actually you need more than the people you've got at the table, because the richer the input into your emergence, the more quality you're going to get as a final result. And so having gone through the emergent process, which is to step back, allow your head to clear and just to be present with what's on the table in the maps, then you can go to deciding what sort of intervention you're going to do. And the interventions don't need to be huge, great, walloping actions. They can be very small, because when you understand how the world is connected together, you can use small things which are well connected through other things to achieve results which otherwise you would have achieved with a sledgehammer. So actually, there's a lot of efficiency in doing this type of work. The final thing that will be good to look at is the way you do it, and you do it with your felt sense. So you bring to the table your intellectual, emotional, physical, most people have forgotten they've got bodies, but they also give you feedback, your energetic and your musical talent, okay? And in order to feel the resonance of the thing that you're going to do, the intervention, the action you're going to take, you need to open up all of those senses, because from that dashboard will come a sense of, it's what's called felt sense. Aha, look at that one. That one actually leads us down a path that gets us where we want to go. Helps to know where you want to go. A lot of people don't anyway. So there you have it. You need to identify the elephant, you need to collect the perspectives, you need to map them, you need to step back and allow the whole presencing to clear your head of all of those filtered prejudgments, and then you use your felt sense to follow the resonance.